Today I'm talking about a real estate topic that is hugely important but not very well understood: title insurance. I am sure this is not going to be the most thrilling subject matter today, but it's a very important one, so hang in there. If you choose to skip this video, do so at your own risk. Thank you for watching. I make a new video every week on life and real estate here in Southwest Washington. Today's video is not region specific, I'm sorry, but hopefully you will still find it helpful at some point on your home buying journey. Speaking of home buying journey, if you want to get started on your home search, please use the link in the description to get that set up. If you just want to have a chat about what it's like living here or a potential move to Southwest Washington, reach out anytime. I'm very easy to get a hold of, and my phone number and email address are in the header above, and they're also in the description below. Last but not least, if you want to receive a full packet courtesy of Chicago Title detailing what I'm talking about in this video today, then use the link down below and I'm going to have that sent to you. If you like my video, please take a quick moment to subscribe and turn the bell on for notifications so you don't miss a video. I do post a new one every week. So what the heck is title insurance and escrow, and what is the difference and why does it matter? Actually, let's step back one step and start by defining title. Title is the legal way of holding ownership over real estate. Title and escrow companies handle the legal transfer of title and ownership from one party to another. So title insurance provides the basic and essential protection for home ownership. Since a home purchase is usually the largest single financial investment most people make in their lifetime, you get why you want your ownership of that investment to be protected. Title insurance exists to protect the insured, which is the homeowner, which is you, from future losses arising from events of the past. It exists to minimize risk to your investment. While title companies do their best to uncover any risks they can find in public records, sometimes the risks are hidden and the title defects may arise long after you have bought your home. Title insurance gives you protection against loss from claims on real estate, typically arising in the form of lawsuits. The title to the home, which you have paid for and to which you have received a deed, could be threatened or lost by circumstances such as forgery, confusion due to similar names, errors in the records, etc. Having a title insurance policy protects you, the insured, against lawsuits challenging your interests as lawful holder of title. The title insurance company will protect you by defending your title in court if necessary, in accordance with the terms of your policy, and also by bearing the cost of settling the claim if it proves valid in order to protect your title. So here are a couple of surprisingly common title problems, and by a couple I mean 12. 1, your property comes with a lien. A previous owner's outstanding debt left the potential for the bank to put a lien on the property. 2, encroachment with neighbors. Encroachments are places where the neighbor's land and your land overlap. 3, public record errors. These come about as filing errors, negligence, or incomplete documentation. 4, long lost family members appear. Your property may have been sold to you unbeknownst to the rightful heirs, and those people may come knocking at some point. 5, previous owner's bankruptcy. If the last owner filed for bankruptcy, it can cause ripple effects that affect the entire home closing process. 6, illegal past deeds. These are usually a result of deeds made by minors, people lying about marital status, and illegal immigrants. 7, undiscovered encumbrances. Title checks can uncover other owners attached to your land. 8, unknown easement. An unknown easement could give rights to other parties to use your land. 9, title forgery, such as forged and fabricated documents. 10 is undiscovered will. The deceased prior owner's will has come to light requesting that the home goes to an heir. 11, survey reveals problems with property boundaries. Quick note here, surveys are not super common in Washington real estate property transactions. If you want a survey, you typically have to pay for it or ask the owner to pay for it within the contract itself. They are more common in purchases of raw land or acreage. And if you want to know more about that, you can check out my feasibility video for more details. 12, false impersonations. A common or similar name could be used by the seller to impersonate the true owner of the home. So the examination of title usually occurs after you are under contract. Best practice for listings agents is that they have opened title and they have the title report completely done before putting the property on the market, and definitely before accepting any offers. However, that is not always the case. As you know, sometimes things happen very quickly and a house goes on the market before a title report can even be completed. If that's the case, then once you are under contract and the title company has the purchase and sale agreement, they are going to start working on the title report. So what is a title report? The role of a title company is to search for and examine public records. The facts uncovered during the initial search will determine a couple of different things, such as whether the person selling your property is or actually is not the legal owner of the property. That's the big one. They will also uncover whether the estate or degree of ownership being sold is currently and accurately vested with the seller. Title companies will also research the presence of any unsatisfied liens, which must be satisfied before clear title can be conveyed. Title companies will also find out if there are any existing restrictions, easements, rights, right-of-ways, or other rights granted to others who are not owners, which may limit the right of ownership. Let's say you buy a property and are planning to build a giant shop, and then during the title search, they find an easement for a neighbor running like right through where you wanted that shop to go. So that's kind of important to know about. Last but not least, the title company will look into the status of property taxes and other public or private assessments. So what does it cost? There is a one-time fee paid at closing when the title policy is issued. You're actually, if you're a buyer, you're getting two policies, the owner's policy and the lender's policy. So per current Washington State real estate contracts, the Northwest MLS forms, the owner's policy is paid by the seller and the lender's policy is the buyer's expense. The owner's policy remains in effect for as long as the owner and their heirs retain interest in the property. The lender's policy expires when the mortgage has been fully satisfied. So in summary, title insurance mitigates the risk of loss of title, giving you peace of mind on your investment. As a buyer, what do you need to do with the title report? First and foremost, make sure your name appears how you would like it to appear on title to the property. Make sure it is formatted appropriately and spelling is correct. Confirm the policy type is accurate. Is it standard, current, or extended? Those are the three types. Confirm the seller's name matches on the title commitment and the purchase and sale agreement. Confirm that the purchase price and loan amount are correct. Review any easements, covenants, and restrictions such as CC&Rs. And finally, address any red flags on your report such as liens, judgments, delinquencies, uninsured deeds, bankruptcy, and other court actions. And just so you know, we do have a title contingency addendum that we can use to the contract. In that contingency, it gives you as a buyer 5 days to review the policy and back out of the contract, so getting your earnest money back should you see anything on the report that you aren't comfortable with. These would typically be deal breakers that are going to hold up or delay, sometimes permanently, closing, such as an interest created by a revocable transfer upon death deed, or a recorded lien such as an unpaid utility or HOA dues, delinquent taxes, notices of pending action such as zoning or land use violations, or even a foreclosure notice. Last thing, I have 2 examples for you, real life, of title issues that have been deal killers in my experience as a real estate broker. The first one I'm going to call the sneaky spouse. I had a lot listing a few years ago, and the seller did not disclose that he was married. So Washington is a community property state, so you just can't go selling your real estate without your spouse's involvement. I did get the lot sold, as in pending, and once we were under contract, I started getting phone calls from someone claiming to be the wife. She was not happy that her estranged husband was trying to sell the lot without her involvement. The title company had not found her existence in public records search because they were married in a different state and did not own any property together in Washington. So it's possible that my seller simply did not know that he needed her involvement in the sale, but it killed the deal nonetheless. Luckily, 1 year later, and after they spent tens of thousands of dollars fighting each other in court, they came back to me together with the lot listing and we got it sold. The next one actually did close, but I'm calling this one the delinquent dad. And in this transaction, the seller was behind on child support to the tune of $50,000. The case had gone to court, a judgment had been issued and not paid. In order to sell, the seller needed to pay. If he was not able to net enough on the sale to cover the paying off of the child support, then the deal would have been dead. That one did work out though. So the silver lining of this video is that title issues do not come up very often. You most likely will not have to worry about anything I talked about in this video. However, it's always good to know about what you're getting yourself into and understand these complicated components of real estate transactions. As I said before, this is often the most expensive purchase of your life and you want to make sure that you are protected. I hope that was helpful. I have a giant packet of information on this from Chicago Title, so if you want that bad boy, just use the link in the description to get it. As always, please feel free to reach out with any questions.